turn the lights back up. Is it 9:30? 29. Okay. Okay, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the meditation service at Silicon Valley Center for Spiritual Living. I would love to introduce you to our beloved Dee Wentz, one of our founding members who will be doing the meditation this morning, a beloved mama in our community. Come on up, Dee, when you're ready. And so welcome, welcome. Thank you. Dee is a long-time religious science, new thought practitioner, seeker, teacher, learner, and I'm so glad to have her in our beloved community. Dee, thank you so much, and I'll give you the microphone.
Tell me the space that I hold this about there. Good morning. Each of us has a special knowledge that connects us with the divine. And I invite you to straighten yourself in your seat, put your feet flat on the floor, and think about that divine presence that has been with you all of your life. And you've always known, even in the deepest crisis, that it is there supporting you. And we have the opportunity to place ourselves deliberately, consciously in that presence. That's what meditation is all about. If you have a favorite mantra, then you might think of it as you are meditating. And so I invite you to follow your breath. Take a nice deep breath. And then allow that breath to simply flow out of your body. And as you breathe in and breathe out, think of that mantra. And we will meditate for about 20 minutes, and then Reverend Cheryl will bring us out with the sounding of the bowl. peace. Amen.
And for everybody that's in the room, we have a prayer box that's seated up here at the front. And if you have anything that's on your heart that you would like to release and have prayer for, please feel free to do that. And we'll also have prayer after class, or after class, after service. So with Reverend Rasheryl McCreary. So thank you.
After service?
After service.
Brother Sherry F. McCreary.
With Reverend Sherry F. McCreary. How's that?
Good morning. Yes, happy Mother's Day. Blessings to all the mamas, and the aunties, and the sisters, and the bristas, and all the birthing bodies and womb carriers. We honor you today, so thank you. And we're going to get started with One Big Family. Get up out of your chairs if you can and clap along with us if you will. All right? You gotta get us going, Rasheryl.
3, 4. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Excuse me. Can everyone hear me okay? So welcome to Silicon Valley Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Rasheryl McCreary. I'm your senior minister. I'm so glad to be here. So glad to see these beautiful faces for Mother's Day. Welcome, 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 welcome. So I invite up now Audrey White, who is our board vice president and also a practitioner in training, and she will do our call to service. Hey, Audrey.
Hey, Rob.
Good to see you.
And welcome, everyone. May these bowls, or this bowl and this reverberation of the bowl, just call you back in, letting go of the day, of the week, of everything outside, so that we may turn within and remember our connection with the One.
And so as we just allow the reverberation of the bowl to continue, to linger, it is a reminder of the ever-present ever resonant, divine. That presence that has no beginning and no end, that presence that is the primordial sound, that presence that is everywhere, and that is indeed expressing and living and thriving and flourishing through and as each of us. We rejoice in this morning, and indeed this day. And so just knowing that the presence of God then is revealing itself through and as each of us, that it is creating through and as each of us at all times, in all places, in all spaces, I know then that we are blessed no matter the appearance. And so I know that this time that we spend together in community, in blessing, in joyful noise, I know that we are each elevated by this experience. We are inspired and touched and healed and lifted. And we become places and spaces and individuals who inspire and touch and heal and lift others. And so I bless our production team, knowing that everything unfolds most magnificently. Blessing our musicians, everything unfolds harmoniously. Blessing our guest speaker today, knowing the presence of God moves through her, speaks through her, heals through her, inspires through her. And I bless each one in this room and in this space and anyone anywhere needing this word today, knowing indeed that we are family, one big family. And for this, I am so grateful for this time, this place, this community, and for all that unfolds, and all is well. And so it is. And so it is. Amen. Yes. Okay, and I think we have announcements now.
Good morning, everyone, for the third or fourth time today. Happy Mother's Day. Where else can you go that you get, told good morning 500 times in the span of a couple hours? Yeah, with a smile. So I'd like to thank the beautiful Dee Wentz for our meditation this morning. Very soulfully centered, fabulously dressed, a hot mama, I think. Yeah. A lot of hot moms here, I'm just saying. And I am Jenna Brown. I'm going to start catcalling everyone in here before I tell you who I am. I'm on your praise team today, and I'm going to read you some announcements and tell everybody's names that have been happening. I keep getting derailed by, the plot, the thing I'm supposed to be doing. So I'd like to thank Audrey White, board member and practitioner student, for our call to service, a hot mom. And Reverend Rasheryl McCreary for our invocation and for being the hot mom of this center, birthing it all. Yeah, thank you. All right, you want to hear some actual information now? So for our fellowship update, as part of our evolving experience here, we will no longer be doing the brunch in the restaurant downstairs at the hotel. And that's because they usually close when we end our service, and they had been staying open just for us. So we're like, you can have some time finishing your shift when you normally would. Enjoy your life. And so we will occasionally do a brunch together after service, but we'll announce it ahead of time and make sure everybody knows that we can eat together on that day. But that's not happening yet. If you have any questions about the Sunday service and the center at large, you may ask Marilee Lawson, our director of Sunday service. Purple shirt, purple glasses, she's hot. And after Sunday service, I didn't know it was going to be like this when I walked over here, I'm sorry. After service, we'll be having one individual prayer, spiritual mind treatment with the great mother of us all, Reverend Dr. Sherry F. McCreary. She's the hottest mom in here. The jewelry, the coats, the earrings, the lipstick. Yes. I love it. And she gives really good prayer if you're needing it, either to feel better or to share how great you are feeling. Both are valid. And I think I told you last week, we've got a YouTube playlist now that's just the talks, edited down. Only spiritual messages all the time. What's going on up here? I'm going to give you one more announcement before Reverend Cheryl joins me to share her announcement that we have morning meditation online Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. every weekday. That's a standard. That's always happening.
Oh, Jenna, I love you. I love you.
Thank you. I love you. I'm glad you do also. Because this would be weird otherwise.
I know. Yeah, I think that we need a camera. When Jenna and I work together, we need it to be
A fly on the wall.
you need to be a fly on the wall. We laugh a lot. We have a great time.
Mostly unintelligible noises,
Yes.
though.
Yes. Okay, beloved. So I want to make sure that you know next Sunday there is a member blessing. So our beloved outreach or remote member, Carmen K. Lee. She's an engineer turned healer, and she's the founder of a company called Life Solutions. She meditates with us every Monday through Friday. She lives in Sacramento. She'll be coming in person. She watches every Sunday, but she'll be here visiting thanks to Damon and Morgan. She'll be visiting, staying with them. She'll be here next Sunday, and she offered to do a blessing for all the members and for this community. And so it'll take about 45 minutes or so, and from what I understand, it's a meditative experience. And you can set your intention for your own personal life and for the community. It should be amazing. Carmen is delightful. So I invite you to join us next week after service from 12 to 1. Okay? So we'll go grab some lunch or something and then come back, and Carmen will do the blessing. All right. I think that is it. Yes?
That is.
All right.
I'm just going to say, give a round of applause to our production team in the back, led by Scott McCauley. And joining him are Hector Torres, Sal Larkins, and Alejandro Gallo. And
Garrett Scala
Garrett
is
Scala is our
consulting with us.
visiting consultant in the production booth this week.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And then our band, The Core, ministry director,
Music director.
music ministry director, Sonia Trejo. Guitarist today, Rodrigo Avila. And I'm going back to do my other role, which is singing on the praise team now. I'm Jenna.
Let's hear it for Jenna.
Every day. Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, come on, Rico. Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, I thought it was my duty. I thought it was my job. Somewhere I believe that loving God would be hard. But loving God is wonderful. Loving God is ecstasy. I thank God for my freedom. Let me tell you that the Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Spirit of God is upon me. It's upon me. Oh, don't you know? Spirit of God is upon me. It's upon me. Oh, every day. Spirit of God is upon me. It's upon me. Oh, every day. Spirit of God is upon me. It's upon me. Oh, in Africa, God is upon me. North and South America, in Europe and Asia, India, Machu Picchu, Mexico. Don't you know? Spirit of God is upon me. It's upon me. Oh, yes. Spirit of God is upon them. Oh, yes, Spirit of God is upon them. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon them. Oh.
That is the core. That is the name of our house band, the core. Sonia Trejo is our music director and took the lead vocals on that. Thank you, Sonia. Jenna Brown, praise team, backing vocals. Rodrigo Avila, fantastic guitar. Beautiful. Thank you so much. The Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, yes. So I have the honor of introducing our guest speaker who I know a little something about. So I see what's on this paper, but let me tell you what I know about this woman. So Reverend Dr. Rashery F. McCreary is my mom. And I am so grateful to have her as my mom. So I'm going to lead with that in her bio. I would not be who I am if she was not who she is. And so I am so grateful for her love and her support and her presence and her truth-telling and her authenticity and her realness. I am so grateful, so grateful. Happy Mother's Day. So let me tell you some other stuff about Reverend Rashery. So Reverend Rashery is an inspirational speaker, which you will hear in a moment. She loves spiritual counseling and has done it for many, many years. She is a forgiveness coach. That is her area of expertise. She is an incredible teacher and workshop facilitator who you will experience more in this community. And more than 100 years ago, she introduced us to New Thought and religious science. I won't put any numbers on things, so I'll just say 100 years ago. She keeps that age tight like a vault. So 100 years ago, when Noah was a baby, she found religious science. And I was just so grateful to be on the journey of growing up in this teaching, growing up in Science of Mind. So my mom found religious science many, many years ago. I watched her take classes and classes and classes. I watched her change her life. And I think one of the things that kept me in this teaching, because what I see a lot is kids will grow up in this teaching and they leave it, right, after some time. But I think what has kept me here is like I literally saw my mom transform her life, right? Transform her life from being a divorcee, going to law school, becoming a lawyer. She was a lawyer, still is, for many, many years. And just watching her journey to becoming a minister, and then she was a minister and a lawyer. But really watching her put these principles to use, right? And walking her talk. Not perfectly, but walking her talk. And so because I saw this, and this is what I witnessed, it brought me closer and closer into this teaching, because I know these are tools that help you change your life no matter what's happening in the world. I know it because I've seen it, and I've grown up with that. And so Reverend Sherry, in addition to being a lawyer, she is thrice ordained. Okay, she's an ordained interfaith minister, an ordained spiritualist minister, and an ordained religious science minister. But religious science is where she lives. And so I am just so grateful to have this amazing woman in my life. It is just amazing. As a child, I used to always say to her, I let you be the mom this time. Because sometimes I'm a little bossy. You may not know that about me. You may not have noticed, but sometimes I can be a little bossy. But I let her be the mom this time, and I am so grateful for that. My life is incredibly blessed by her presence. And so, Mama, please come up and give us our Sunday talk for Mother's Day. Reverend Dr. Rashery F. McCreary.
Thank you, Cheryl. Who on earth can talk after that? How can I speak after that? Thank you so much, Cheryl. I love you madly. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I love you, Jim. I love you all. Thank you all so much. Let's take a deep breath together. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and the mother figures, to all of us who mother, who nurture, who care, who support, who teach, who protect, who guide, who direct. Happy Mother's Day to us all. Yes, let's take another breath together, because I'm trying to figure out what the talk is right now. Because it just went on by. The theme this month is flourishing. Flourishing. To thrive, to grow, to expand, to prosper. That's what we see happening before our eyes right here in this community. And that's what we are all thriving for, we are all striving for and thriving for, is to prosper, to flourish, to grow, to expand. I just finished up the 4T prosperity class, and there were so many reports of prosperity, of thriving, of flourishing, from some of the participants in the class, that it was just wonderful. And what I know is that prosperity is our birthright. Flourishing is our birthright. Thriving is our birthright. It's up to us to do it. It's up to us. It's already here for us, right here and right now. And so there are things that we have to do in order to flourish. And last week, Reverend Rasheryl talked about being selfish. And this week, the topic that she selected is be quiet. And since this is Mother's Day, I kind of chuckle at that, because that's something that we hear mothers say. When we're mothering, we get to say be quiet a lot. And you know, be quiet has a lot of different contexts. And it can, hi Marianne, I didn't see you there. So there are a lot of different contexts for be quiet. It can be a very disrespectful way that we tell people to be quiet, or tell kids or whoever to be quiet, or there can be a harsh way, it can be a loving way, it can be really pleading with somebody to be quiet. There's so many things that happen when we talk about being quiet, but that's not the way we're going to talk about it today. What we want to learn to do is to be quiet within ourselves, to be quiet, to have a quiet spirit, to be quiet so that we can be mindful and aware of that one presence, that one power that is always right where we are, that is always guiding us, that is always directing us, that is our very life. I'm going to invite you over and over, as those of you who know me know, I'll invite you to take a breath with me as we go along. A few years ago, several years ago, I lived in this area, and I had been going through some difficult times, arguments, back and forth, tussling, not physically, but energetically tussling with someone that I was working with. And every day there was a back and forth. Every day there was an argument. Every day there was something going on, and I was constantly calling my backup singers, my sister and my daughter, telling them, they lived in Ohio, I lived in California, and I was constantly telling them what was going on. And every day I came home with a new episode for that day, you know. And if I didn't call them soon enough, one of them called me and said, "What happened today? What did she say? What did you say? And then what did she say?" So I went through that, and then at the same time, I was going through the same kind of situation with a friend of mine, and we had a parting of the ways, and something was going on, so that I was then calling double time to tell them about that, and they were calling me to find out what did I say, what did she say. And so it got to be, just this whole thing that we were going through all the time. It became a part of our consciousness. It became a part of our way of being in the world, in this place of conflict, in this place of drama, in this place of separation. And I decided that what I needed to do was to make my bedroom my sanctuary, because I needed to calm down, I needed to be still, I needed to get out of this place of separation and move into this place of oneness, which is what I knew. But I wasn't acting like I knew it. I wasn't living it like I was knowing it. So I decided that what I needed to do was to make my bedroom a sanctuary. So I was going to buy a new comforter and drapes and all that to match for my bedroom. And I was headed to Macy's to get this comforter. And on the way there, I saw the Ross store. I had never been in a Ross store before. So I thought, well, I think I'll just go in Ross. But I didn't think that that's the message, I gotta go to Ross. And I said, no, I'm going to Macy's. That's sort of how I dealt with messages a lot. When Spirit would tell me to do this, I'm like, no, I think I'm going to do this. I have the scars to prove that that's not a good idea. And I've stopped doing that. However, this particular day, for some reason, I decided, okay, I'm going to Ross. And I didn't know whether they sold comforters or not, but I was going to go and see. So when I got into the store, I asked one of the people who worked there, as soon as I got in, did they have comforters? And she said, yes, it's in the back of the store. So I started to the back of the store, and they were bringing all these things out. They were bringing, not comforters, but they were bringing artwork and all kinds of supplies and things out of the store. Out of the back of the store. And when I got back to where they had put one right in front of the door, there was a sign, a wall hanging with writing on it, that I walked over to see what it said, because I couldn't believe what it said. It said, "Be still and know that I am God." And saying, Ross? Be still and know that I am God. I knew instantly that was no coincidence. I knew instantly that this is why I was in Ross. I knew instantly that there was nothing else for me to get at Ross but this one wall piece that I saw. It was a small piece, but it was something that I could hang on the wall. But I was struck by that. That was one of the most profound experiences I've had in my life, when I saw that, be still and know that I am God. And I knew that was a message for me, be still and know that I am God. And so I bought the little thing and I went back home. I never did go to Macy's to get the comforter. I didn't even ask for a comforter in Ross, because the message in this be still and know that I am God is I am your comforter. I am your comforter. Be still and know that truth. Be still and stand in that truth. I can't, even now, it takes my breath away sometimes when I think about that, the profundity of that. And so I got that little wall hanging and I took it home and I put it on the wall in my bedroom so that as soon as I opened my eyes in the morning, I looked right at it. It was right over to the right. I looked right over it and just said, be still and know that I am God. And my life changed after that in many ways. I stopped all that drama that was going on so that when that evening when my backup singers called, because I didn't call them, to find out what happened, and I had gone to work because the person that I was having difficulties with at work, I apologized to her. And I owned my part in the difficulties we were having. And I waited for her to own her part in it. And she didn't. She didn't. But you know what? I had to take a deep breath and say, that's okay. That's okay, because her saying I was wrong had nothing to do with me. This was about me saying, I was wrong in this. Please forgive me. And so when I got home that evening, my backup singers called me one by one, and they wanted to know what happened. And I said, well, nothing, because I decided to let this go. I asked for her forgiveness, and they were going, what? That's all? Yep, that's all. That's all. It's over. It's done. But you know what I came to realize was that when we get caught up in this drama, when we get caught up in this sense of separation, we will find a whole bunch of folks who will be there with us. We can get a lot of backup singers. We can get a lot of cohorts. We can get a lot of people who will agree with us, who will be there with us, who want to hear the story, and we'll tell the story over and over and over again. But you know what? When we get into that place of oneness, when we get into that place of letting go of the drama, when we get into that place of letting go of separation, when we get into that place of recognizing that one power and that one presence of which we are one, with which we are one, in whom we are one, when we get into that place of knowing all this and living that, we don't have quite as many people who want to hang out. Some people begin to fall away because it's not as exciting. It's not as dramatic. As Rasheryl and I say, it's not as dramatical. It's that's one of our favorites. It's not as dramatical as to be walking the straight and narrow, so to speak, or to be in a place of oneness, to be in a place of love, to be in a place of unity, and to recognize the power and the presence of God everywhere we go and in everyone we meet. That's not nearly as exciting, but oh my gosh, is it rewarding? Is it rewarding? And so I tell you this story because, as I said, the topic is be quiet. We have to be quiet and to be still, which is being quiet. To know, be quiet, be still, and know that I am God. We have to be still to hear the voice of God. We have to be still to see the actions of God. We have to be still to know that God is everywhere present. We have to be still. We have to be in that place of openness and availability to know the truth and to know the truth of our oneness, to know the truth of our connection. We have to be still because there's so much in the world that pulls us. There's so much that can be attractive. There's so much that can be distractions for us. And we have to get to the point where we can learn to decline distractions. We can decline the distraction of worry, decline the distraction of anxiety, decline the distraction of fear, decline the distraction of envy and jealousy and all that stuff in which our hearts get caught over and over again. And just take a deep breath and return to our center. to return to that place where God resides, to that place where all we have to do is take a deep breath and just let stuff go, and we can move into that place of oneness. We can move into that place of knowing. We can move into the place of being still and knowing that I am God. This is where we want to live. This is where we want to be always. And you know, because there is so much going on, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience, we are living in these human bodies, we do have times when we pop out of that place of center. We do have times where we forget. We have times when we forget who we are. And all we need to do is take a breath and remember who we are. Take a breath and return unto our center. And that's something that we have to do over and over and over again. Howard Thurman talks of how good it is to center down. He writes that essay, how good it is to center down. He says, the streets of our mind seethe with endless traffic. The streets of our mind seethe with endless traffic. The streets of our mind seethe with endless traffic. How good it is, he says, to center down, to sit quietly and watch oneself go by. He says that after the line with the streets of our mind seethe with endless traffic, he talks about the noisy clashings and the noisy silence that goes on within us. But there is within us also that part of us that thirsts and hungers for the still moment and the resting lull. That part that wants us to come home to ourselves, that wants us to come home to that one power, to that one presence, to that one being in which we live and move and have our being. And so we can only do that, though, when we get quiet. We can only do that when we let go of the stuff. We can only do that when we let go of the drama. We can only do that when we return over and over and over again unto God. And that's something that we have to do on a daily basis, on a moment-by-moment basis, returning unto God. We do that with our spiritual practice. We do that in walking with our caring for ourselves. We do that with our reminders to ourselves. We do that with the regular routine. We do that as we interact with each other. We learn how to be quiet, how to be still, and to know that I am God. And we have to have something that we really believe in. We have to have something that we know to be true. We have to have something that we know works. And the one thing we have is this teaching. This is a teaching of personal responsibility. We can't blame it on God in the sky. We can't blame it on the neighbors. We can't blame it on our kids. We can't blame it on our parents, on our ancestors, or anybody. Sorry. We just can't. Because it's up to us. It's up to us. It's up to us to change our lives. It's up to us to flourish if that's what we want to do. It's up to us to grow. It's up to us to forgive. It's up to us to release and let go. It's up to us to expand. It's up to us to decide what it is we want and then be open to allowing it to be revealed in and through our lives. It's up to us to connect with that one source, that one power, that one presence that is always available to us, always at the door knocking, waiting for us to recognize it, to open that door. It's up to us to engage in practice. It's up to us to do all these things. We have free will. We don't have to. But our lives are so much better, so much richer when we do. The things that we want are the things we need to focus on. The things that we don't want, we need to let those fall away, fall by the wayside. The things that we want, we have to focus on and not allow the how to determine our what. Not allow the how to determine our what. We decide what it is we want. We connect with the source of our being. We connect with the source of all, and then we allow it to be brought through because the source knows how. Source knows how to bring it through. I have to share another story with you. I have a friend here today, and I asked her if it was okay if I shared that story with her. Years ago, when we met, she had had several miscarriages, and she had one daughter, and she wanted another child, and she had had several miscarriages. And so we prayed about it, and I suggested that she set up a nursery in her home. And then we were going to meet in the nursery, and we were going to pray about this baby that she wanted. We were going to pray this baby in. We were going to open up, because the point was to know that she wanted another child. How she was going to get that child was up to Source. So for weeks, I don't know how long we went through this process, but it was weeks, months, a long time, that every week we got together and we prayed in this room, we visioned in this room, she decorated this room like a nursery. Everything for the baby was there. And meanwhile, I moved back to Ohio, and she stayed in California. And she called me one day and said that she had received a call from an agency, I think it was, a friend or someone who let her know that there was a young woman giving birth in a hospital and was wanting to let the child be up for adoption. And we're looking for adoptive parents for this baby. And she thought that this would be a good match for my friend and her husband. And so they went to the hospital, and she was able to be there when the baby was born. She was able to be there when the baby came through. She was able to be there and to take this baby home with her into the nursery that we had prayed in for so long, into the room that we didn't know how this baby was going to get in there. We didn't know where it was going to come from. But one thing I knew for sure, there was going to be a baby here, because this is what we were asking for. This is what we were praying for. This is what we were knowing. This is what we were seeing. This is what we were visioning about. He's 17 years old today. He's 17 years old today. He was a joy. He was a joy. He was so delightful when he came through. And there's been a relationship between the birth mother and the adoptive parents and the child. This family, they are a family. They are a family of love. They are a family of oneness. They are a family of God. This is what happens when we are quiet. This is what happens when we can be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Because God knows. God knows it all, already knows. Already knows. And so I just wanted to share that with you, because that was not a part of what I was going to talk about today, but when I saw her, I thought, be still and know that I am God. Yes. Yes, because this is the way that God works in our lives. But we have to dare to be still. We have to dare to be still. We have to dare to be bold in letting go of the way that things used to be, letting go of the way we've always done things, letting go of the way we've always been in the world, letting go of our false beliefs, letting go of our whatever, our sense of unworthiness, our sense of it's too late, our sense of whatever it is, whatever excuses we make, we got to let those things go. And we got to be willing to say, God, I'm yours. I'm yours. Whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is you want me to do, let me know. And I'm yours. And then we got to trust God as we do that. Because it's a big thing to give up our control. You know, for those of us who like to control things. Those of us who like to know exactly when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, who's going to do it, when they're going to do it, how they're going to do it, and all that. But it's another story altogether to say, you know, I'm trusting God on this. I'm trusting God on this because I know God's got this. I don't have to know how. It took me a long time to learn that. I don't have to know how. All I need to know is the what. And that's how I've lived my life, just walking forward, walking forward, walking forward, walking forward. And that's what I'm inviting you to do. I'm inviting you to walk forward, knowing that God's got this. God's got you, each one of you. God's got each one of us. We are all connected. We're all connected. We all have our own facts. We all have our own facts, the facts of our lives. Yeah, I don't make enough money. I have this physical ailment. My relationship is not working well. My kids are doing whatever. All that good stuff. These are facts. The truth is, God is in the midst. There are all kinds of facts. One truth, God is in the midst of everything. God is in the midst of every situation, every circumstance, every event, everything. So no matter what our issue may be, no matter what our facts may be, God is in the midst. And all we need to do is remember that and to connect with that. Connect with that presence that's always right where we are. Always guiding us, always directing us, always nurturing us, always caring for us, always loving us. Sounds like a mother, doesn't it? Yes. Yeah. That one presence, that Father, Mother, God presence, that Mother, Father, God presence is always right where we are, mothering us, encouraging us to mother ourselves, encouraging us to mother each other, to nurture each other, to care for each other, to forgive each other, to love each other. Martin Luther King said that we are all in this together, that we all need to learn to live together as brothers, or we will perish together as fools. Yeah. We need to learn to live together as brothers, or we will perish together as fools, because we're all in this life together. And that's the thing that we need to keep in mind as we walk forward from this place. And this is how not only do we get to flourish, everyone gets to flourish. That's when the world is really working, when everyone gets to flourish. Everyone gets to thrive. And that's what we have to want. Anything that we want for ourselves, we have to want it for others. And we have to also know that anything we want to happen to somebody else, we have to be wanting it to happen to us. Because that's the way it works. There's only one life. There's only one power. There's only one presence. There's only one mind. There's only one. And we are all a part of that one. And so I just want us all to keep in mind as we go through this Mother's Day time, as we go through this time of honoring and revering mothers, those who have mothered, those who have nurtured, those who have cared for, those who have supported, those who have guided and directed, whether they were biological mothers or whether they were adoptive mothers or whether they were mothers, heart mothers, whatever, it doesn't matter. And also we have to know that mother is not gender specific. It's not gender specific. A mother is defined as anyone who nurtures, anyone who cares, anyone who supports, anyone who loves. And so we're all mothers. We're all being called upon to be mothers. And so on this 111 years and one day anniversary of Mother's Day, Mother's Day was owned by a woman by the name of Anna Maria Jarvis. And she wanted Mother's Day to be a holiday. Well, she wanted there to be a holiday celebrating her own mother. Her mother was she was a social activist and a community organizer during the Civil War. And she did so much help and support of people in the community that her daughter wanted her to be remembered, and she wanted to have a special holiday for her. And she worked for years trying to get a special holiday. And it started in a church of her inviting many women to celebrate her mother and to celebrate the mothers of the world, of that area that they lived in. And she went from there on to start getting people around the country to start to talk to their congressional representatives to see about getting a Sunday in May. And it was her mother's birthday, the second Sunday in May. And her mother's birthday to be a holiday. And lo and behold, it happened in 1914. It happened on May 8th, 1914, that Congress proclaimed that the second Sunday in May would be Mother's Day. And the next day, Woodrow Wilson, who was the president at the time, declared that the second Sunday in May would be a holiday, would be Mother's Day. And then the next day, May 10th, we missed it by a day for it to be that 111 years today, May 10th, 1914, the second Sunday in May became an official holiday, honoring mothers. She kept focused, Anna Jarvis kept focused on what she wanted. She wasn't focused on how it was going to happen. She kept focused on what she wanted. And here we are celebrating Mother's Day this day because she kept focused on what she wanted, and she stayed in that place of being still and knowing that God was in the midst of it all because she was trusting God through it all. And so here we are. Here we are, and this is what I'm inviting us to do today as we go through this day particularly, but I'm inviting us to do throughout our lives. Throughout our lives, is to be still, be quiet, be in that place of knowing and sensing and feeling God's presence. And we do that through our constant spiritual practice. We do that through our constant spiritual practice. We do that through our constant spiritual practice. And it starts always, for me, with meditation and prayer. And so that's what I'm asking you to make sure you do. So I'm going to close with Marianne Williamson. She said that when we meditate sometimes, but not always, we tend to think that God helps us sometimes, but not always. When we pray and meditate some days, but not all days, we get to feel the peace of God on some days, but not all days. She says the more we go to God, only when we're in trouble, we tend to think that God is inconsistent, when the inconsistency lies within each of us. The more we go to God, just for God, we build our spiritual musculature, and we become stronger and stronger and stronger as we go forward to meet life's challenges. And so that's what I'm inviting you to do. Make sure that you are in those practices that are allowing you to know that God is right where you are in each and every moment of each and every day. Let's turn within in this moment. Just taking a deep breath together in this moment right here and right now, just knowing that that one power, that one presence, that one life, that one mind, that one breath, that one activity, that one that I choose to call God. But by any other name, it is the source of our being. It is the source of my being. It is my very life. It is the life of each of us. It is that within which we live and we move and we have our being. There's nothing that can separate us from it. There's nothing, there's no way that we can depart from its care, for it is everywhere present, in the midst of every situation, every circumstance, everything. And we each are part of this one. We are each made in the image and likeness and out of this one. And so I speak a special word of blessing for each and all of us this day. Just knowing that as we move forward from this place this day, God goes before us in everything we do, guiding us, directing us, making straight our way, loving us, lifting us up, nurturing us, mothering us throughout our lives, throughout our entire beingness on this plane. And so I just know absolutely that all needs are met, that everything is made new in our lives as we move forward. And that we open ourselves up and say, yes, yes, yes to the divine, yes, yes, yes to flourishing, yes, yes, yes to growth, yes, yes, yes to God. For this I give great, great thanks. I know indeed that all is well. I know for certain that all is God. And I simply allow it to be now. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Sherry. Dr. Rev. Dr. Rev. That is what I call all of the Dr. Reverends in CSL. It's an endearing term, but I thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of your wisdom and dedication. I am so blessed to be in the presence of mystics in CSL, the mystics that teach me that we are one with the one. Thank you. I am one with the one. Sacred life is here, y'all. I am not here. Sacred life is here as me, living through me. Thank you. So blessed. This next song is a part of that. Pour yourself in me. Wonderful Spirit. So beautiful. Blessings to our teachers and our mothers. Blessings to the ones who say that they are not our teachers, but we know that they are. Pour yourself in me. Pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Pour yourself in me. Pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Take your joy in me. Pour your joy in me. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Pour your joy in me. Pour your joy into my heart. Wonderful Spirit. Shine your light in me. Shine your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Shine your light in me. Shine your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Sing your song through me. Sing your song. Sing your song into my heart. Sing your song. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Sing your song in me. Sing your song into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Dance and smile. Dance and smile in me. Dance and smile into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit. Dance and smile in me. Dance and smile into my heart. Wonderful Spirit. Pour yourself in me. Pour yourself into my heart.
So, so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ricky. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mama Ricky. Yes, yes.
Mother's Day, Ricky
Oh, my
Myers.
goodness. Well, we've come to this moment in our service where it is our time of conscious giving. And we really think about how much this spiritual center pours into us and connects us to the one and cares for us and nurtures us just like a mother. And this is our time where we really go inside and recognize our own blessings and our own prosperity and how we give back to this center, to this place that feeds our soul. So Marilee is going through and passing out hearts to any of those who don't have it already. And it has our QR code where we can consciously give in the moment. And it's also on our website for those of you online to really practice consciously giving and giving from our heart and this law of circulation that we hold so dear in our practice of what goes out comes back to us tenfold. And so on this heart it says, I have abundance because I am abundance, and so it is. And we also have in the room here our giving box up front. We have envelopes if need be, and Marilee will be coming around with a basket. You can do this now or after service, and you can always come up to me and give that to me as well. So I just ask you to go inside with me and say our blessing, which we are going to riff today. So thank you, God, for all that you give me, for knowing that you are always a part of me, that you are my source, you are my prosperity, and what I give, I receive so much more. And for this, I am so grateful. And so it is.
God is my
Source.
God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all the blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need.
Thank you. All right, beloveds, we are at the end of our time. I would love to know who is a first-time visitor, who's never been here before. First-time visitor. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for being here, and I invite you, if you're willing, to just stand up and tell us your name and where you're from.
Hi, I'm Leah.
Hey, Leah.
Santa Cruz. Yes, I'm Santa Cruz.
Good to see you, Leah. Welcome, welcome.
I'm Marianne. I live in Watsonville.
Hey, Marianne. Good to see you. Beautiful, beautiful. So wonderful. Okay, well, welcome new first-time visitors. And there may be something for you at the, we will have something for you second time you come. We have the rose is the first time. It's a drip campaign, right? We just give you get a rose, you come back the second time, and you'll get something else, and that's how it goes. And what I would love now is some help. So Audrey and Damon, I would love to gift for our mothers. We're going to do a blessing at the benediction. So if you are a mother or consider yourself someone who has mothered, you will get a white rose. And so they're going to be passed out now. So if you just raise your hand if you're a mother or someone who has mothered. And at the benediction, we'll do a blessing for all of those. Thank you.
Anybody want to fess up to mothering?
Yes. I'm a teacher.
And Marilee, will you help? Thank you. There's people in the audience, so if you'll grab some. All right. So it looks like everyone has one because everyone has done some mothering, yes? So everyone should have a white rose. And there's one coming your way. So Damon, we need one up here, please. And we'll just have, everyone has one. Wonderful. So let's just take a nice deep breath as we move into get ready for our last song. But just taking a deep breath, and whether you are a mother or one who mothers or had a mother, which will cover everyone here, just holding that mother energy, that mother being, that mother presence in our hearts right now. And no matter what your relationship was with your mother, just giving thanks for that woman who was the conduit, who was the pathway for each of us to come from the invisible to the visible. And so for those mothers who are not what we fully expected, we just send right now love and forgiveness to them. And for those mothers who were what we wanted, we send love and forgiveness to them. And for those who are mothers, sending love and forgiveness deep within your own heart. And for those who are not mothers, who have not birthed children, but maybe ideas or projects or whatever it is, sending love and forgiveness deep within. And so knowing this day that all who mother, all who nurture, all who love are fully and completely blessed and lifted. And for this, I am grateful. And so it is. And we'll now do our final song, which is I Release. So stand up and get ready to shake your rose.
Shake those roses.
I thought we had some instruments in here.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in
after me. Life is good. Life is good. I am mothering those in my life. And I am being mothered by the divine presence. Loved and lifted. Blessed and healed. Comforted at all times. And so it is. Have a great week, everybody. Happy Mother's Day.
No more